Welcome, friends and family, to the Real Family Podcast. I am Christie. I'm here with my sister, Carrie.
Hello.
And our niece, Cobie.
Hi.
And we like to get together to discuss some of our favorite movies, to find out our thoughts and feelings on them. What we're doing is introducing Cobie to some of our family favorites from the 80s. And today I'll be taking you on an adventure with one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Commando.
Commando.
But before we get into that,
yeah, I was asking everyone about their favorite movies.
yes, Cobie asked about our favorite movies, and that's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, it changes from day to day sometimes. I know Carrie...
Mood to mood.
Yeah, Carrie had mentioned a couple that I would totally agree with. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and The Shawshank Redemption. Those absolutely. I tend toward... And I don't know what the genre would be called, but The King's Speech, Zero Dark 30.
Like a historical fiction kind of thing?
Yes. Spotlight. Oh, I love Spotlight. And so those are the ones that I tend to like the most.
Okay.
But my issue gets to be that I start researching the actual events.
And it's not correct at all.
Some of it's correct. Some of it's dramatized.
King's Speech is really dramatized compared to a lot of the other stuff. I know they base it on the speech, but a lot of the stuff behind the scenes you watch, you're like, that's not realistic.
But it's such a good movie.
It is. It's such a good movie.
And it makes me feel so smart. Like, look at me learning about things while I'm watching a movie. Carrie, have you seen The King's Speech?
I have not.
It's a good movie.
It's a good one.
Isn't it long?
I don't think it's that long.
2 hours, I think. It's not
that
super
long.
long.
Okay.
It was Academy Award winner.
Yes.
I can picture the guy in my head who's the lead guy.
Colin Firth.
Yes. Okay. I'm like Bridget Jones's Diary.
Mr. Darcy.
Yes. Okay.
Darcy.
Yeah. No, I have not seen.
Oh, Pride and Prejudice. Keira Knightley, Pride and Prejudice.
Oh,
That's up there. That's up there. That's a good one.
that's not Colin Firth. That's
No, that's...
Matthew McFadden.
Yeah. But Colin Firth was in the...
What was it? The 1990
miniseries.
Oh, the miniseries. Yeah.
Yes. I heard they're doing another miniseries.
They are. I think they're doing one for each book though, like different, like Jane Austen books. I think they're doing
Okay.
like a Pride and Prejudice, a Jane Eyre, and like whatever else. I know they're wanting to adapt
Sense
more
and
of it.
Sensibility.
Yes.
Okay.
Pride and Prejudice was good though.
I do enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the movies that I tend towards. My movie today is not actually one that I would even put in my top 10, but it's just so when we discussed starting this podcast and it was movies that Carrie and I grew up with or had seen so many times and introducing them to Cobie or Cobie introducing us to movies that she has learned about. This was the first thing that came to my mind.
That's funny that this is the first one that came to
This
your
is
mind.
a wild one.
It's a wild ride.
Like,
It truly is.
like this is a big difference between Splash. I'm so sorry.
It is. And I think part of it is basically the one-liners. There are one-liners throughout.
Yes.
I am married. My husband, Doug, is not a TV or movie watcher. He doesn't watch things, which
You
is
never
great.
saw Commando, or did
Well,
you watch?
hold on.
Oh, okay. Holding on.
Yeah, like day to day, it is sports,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's fine. So he can sit there and watch sports on his phone or listen to something, and I have free reign over the TV at all times. That's the way to do it, people. I'm telling you. There are probably there are probably 4 movies ever that he has seen and remembers and would watch again, and this is one of them. So
This is definitely an unforgettable experience in not the ways that a lot of people are probably thinking if they've never watched this movie.
It's just so full of one-liners that we will repeat throughout the day on any given day that it sticks in my head. So, yeah,
Oh my god.
we had that in common.
Yes.
And upon that, a love was built. All right. Are we ready to get into it?
Let's get into Commando.
Okay. So Commando, 1985. Here we go. John Matrix, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know him, you love him.
Do we, though?
I'm gonna stop you right there. I was like, Matrix. He was like the first Matrix. Like, Matrix to me is Keanu.
That didn't even occur to me.
Oh, it occurred to me. I'm like, what? Did it occur to you, Cobie?
Yeah, I was thinking every time, because they don't actually say his first
don't say
name.
John.
They always
No,
say,
they say Matrix.
Matrix.
And I went back to Keanu Reeves every time.
Did not even occur to me.
Yeah, no, that's all I could think about. However, you said that, like, what is it? You know him, you love him, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've got thoughts.
Already?
I think I've seen, we just talked about Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
And last time I watched that, I think I was a kid. So I don't remember the acting in that, but the acting in this is terrible.
That's Arnold. That was him.
My God.
So he was Hollywood just because of his body. I have this in my notes here. He's not an actor.
No.
He was all Hollywood body. That opening scene, he's carrying a chainsaw in one hand and hauling a log on his shoulders.
And he's in a wife beater, and he's going in, God, I don't even, a white tank, but it's a wife beater.
Yeah.
And, you know, they go and they are doing close-up shots of his muscles.
Oh.
And I'm like, Jesus. And I'm like, this is going to be the entire movie. And that was the entire movie.
Well, was it? No.
Nah.
I mean,
How many times did you see him shirtless?
The beginning?
Too many.
And I'm going to say quite a bit at the end. I'm going to give you that. We'll get to that. But
Jesus.
that's who he was. He was an action star. Capital STAR star.
Someone should have stopped him and told him that he needs to go and do some acting classes.
I think-
Oh my God.
Well, prior to Commando was Conan, the Conan series.
Yes.
Yes.
Terminator.
Terminator was the year before this.
And then
the original
and then I think after Commando was Predator is what I have in my notes.
Okay.
So, I mean, a little bit of Arnold, but yeah.
But, I mean, Arnold ended up being the biggest action star of the 80s, 90s.
He did.
Possibly 2000.
He does not know how to emote the entire movie.
He emotes. He's going to kick your ass.
Yeah,
and then he does it.
And it's the one way that he only has one face throughout all of this movie, and he only, whenever he does his one-liners, it's the same thing. There's no, like, deep emotion there. That is my rant on his. You'll hear more about it. But
Okay.
that is my big first rant.
Before you get going, though, I do want to say I did rent Commando off of Amazon, and there was 9.9 thousand reviews from Amazon with 4.5 stars. I'm just going to throw that out there. Okay, go ahead.
4.5 stars is generous, by the way. So generous.
Because the people who grew up on it loved it, man.
I know. You show it to someone who's me, who, you know, I'm almost 25. I didn't grow up with this movie.
No.
And
Was it painful for you?
oh my God, this was the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen. I've seen The Room with Tommy Wiseau, and there's more emotion in that. But it's...
This is what we're here for,
Yep,
people.
yep.
I'm a little heartbroken.
I am too.
Okay, good.
Let's keep, yeah.
You know, but I didn't grow up with this movie. And then
No.
for me to go and get a degree in film, almost my master's in film, and I watched this, it's hilarious to me. It's like so...
Yes, it's supposed to be hilarious.
No, but the thing is they took themselves seriously. That's the thing. I could...
Did they, though?
Yes. Oh, yes. You know they were making this, and they're like writing out the script, and they're like, this is going to be such a good movie. And then they're like, oh, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger on it. Oh my God, it's going to be great. They're serious.
And it was.
And then you watch it, and it's the funniest thing ever because of how serious they tried to be. It's...
I mean, I agree it was funny. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's just...
Okay.
That...
I got as far as John Matrix.
Yeah.
I got stopped.
All right, continue.
All right. So, Matrix. is a special forces colonel whose old group of guys is slowly being killed off one by one. The killers are led to John and his daughter Jenny, played by Alyssa Milano.
Did see that, yes.
Okay. Where they are promptly taken hostage. They tell John he must kill the president of the generic Valverde country to place their dictator, Arias, in charge. Now, Arias, played by the amazing Dan Hedja. Love him. He's the best. I couldn't come up with a better word than greasy. He's the best greasy character ever.
Okay, I knew who he was. He looked familiar, and it clicked at the end of the movie when we're in the final battle, like the final shootout, where it's the dad from Clueless.
Yes.
I didn't realize it until I'm seeing him.
How funny, though, that Cobie would think of him as the dad from Clueless. What did you think? What do you think of him as?
Nick from Cheers.
Absolutely. He is Carla's husband, Nick from Cheers.
Nick, is it Nick Tortelli?
Yes.
Yeah. Nick from Cheers.
I've seen Cheers. So, like, I've only seen Cheers, like, once, though. But, like, all the way through. But I would have never thought of that. I only thought of Clueless.
Nope. Cheers.
Which, I guess he's not greasy and Clueless.
Well, kind of.
His hair's a little greasy. He's a lawyer, so maybe.
His hair's a little greasy in it.
But, I mean, Nick Tortelli.
Yes.
Greasy.
Was a greaseball.
He's a greaseball. Yeah.
Very Italian actor.
Well, not in this.
Not in this. No, he's Spanish.
He's vaguely Latin American.
They tanned him too to make him look a little.
Do you think so?
Yes, because he's definitely like in his other stuff, he's not as dark as he is in this film.
Okay.
From what I've seen at least, but they very much like either tanned him a little bit more.
So probably not good casting by today's standards.
Oh, no, there's a lot of political commentary on this one that I could get into, which we might later on, but it definitely another movie that has not aged well, just based off of that kind of stuff, because you're casting a white man.
Yes.
Italian, I think, is who it is too. And he's playing a Latin American gangster cartel trying to,
he's going to take over a country.
Yeah.
He's going to do what he's got to.
He's asking the wrong American to do that, by the way. You got a whole government that did do that many of times in Latin America.
All right, let's not muddy things up with facts. Let's just stick to the plot of the show. You start saying stuff like that, and suddenly the whole movie doesn't make sense.
The whole movie doesn't make sense.
Okay, but as the clock ticks, Matrix must find and save his daughter before the enemy discovers that he is not going to listen to their plan and instead leaves a wake of destruction and dead men following him.
Yeah, that is a good way to put it, yeah.
He does. Along the way, he picks up an adversary in Cindy, played by Ray Dawn Chong.
Hold on. Pick up is a...
He slightly kidnaps her.
Pick up and taking hostage is different things. But she does end up being a little more...
There you go.
Okay with it.
Now, I remembered her, and I was like, oh, she was in a lot of stuff when we were growing up. However, when I went back in IMDb'd, two things only popped out. Soul Man.
And that was the other one I was thinking of.
And The Principal, which came after Commando, starring Jim Belushi and Louis Gossett Jr.
I don't remember that
one. I remember but I'm like, wow, yeah, she was in a lot of things when we were growing up, but I really...
Like, when this came out, she was supposed to be the next big thing. She was going to be the next person who was going to make it big. And honestly, in watching this, I am heartbroken she was not. She
was really good in this.
Fabulous.
I liked her in this.
I love her more than anything in this.
Yeah, she did really good in this. She was probably my favorite thing in this entire movie.
Well, I mean, conveniently, she knows how to fly a plane. So
well, wasn't she like a pilot coming off, or was she a stewardess?
She was like the flight attendant.
Hey, she probably staring at those planes all the time and is like, I know how to, I can do this.
And she was learning how.
So
yeah, there you go.
When I was like 9, I think, when this came out, or I first saw it when I was 9 or older.
I was going to say, it was released October 4th, 1985.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we didn't see it when it first came out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we didn't go to the movies. We rarely went to the movies.
It was rated R, too. You are not going to the movies.
That's another thing I talked to Dad about. I'm like, wow, we watched a lot of stuff we probably shouldn't have. He's like, you think?
There was no
ratings,
monitoring.
No. Except for Porky's. We couldn't watch Porky's, but we did when they left and went to work.
Oh, I did that, too.
God, I haven't seen Porky's in a while, but it was...
Yeah.
I think it was a high school
but
the last time I watched it.
This movie, yes, it was Arnold, and it was the whole Rambo mentality, but also Alyssa Milano. Like, I kind of had a crush on her, she's adorable, still is. But, like, the Who's the Boss phase. Like,
yes.
I remember in Who's the Boss when she had the short hair, it was early on, so. But,
well, Alyssa Milano, this was released after the first season of Who's the Boss had aired.
Okay.
So the first season had been out, and then this film came out.
Okay.
So that's where
that drew me to it, honestly. Like, I just
you
loved
wanted
her.
to be her. Look
yes, I loved her.
He picked her up and carried her across the woods.
Okay, he was carrying a lot of people across the fucking woods. And not girls. They were grown fucking men. But I know Alyssa Milano from Charmed. That's where I know her from.
Oh, see, I never would have thought of that.
No. Yeah, because when I went and I was looking at her IMDb, I was like, oh, she's from Charmed. I've seen that, like a few episodes of it. I'm like, I know who that is.
Who's the Boss?
Yeah, Who's the Boss? But then also looking at the IMDb, what popped out was the made-for-TV movie. Oh, Carrie's looking for it.
No, I don't have it in my notes, but I know what, like, Dance Till Dawn. Dance Till Dawn.
That's the one.
Yep.
I have looked and looked and looked for that for years. I would give anything.
Oh my God, I would love to
see that again.
I'm gonna put that in my notes.
I'm sure we can find it somewhere.
If you can.
It is probably pirated somewhere.
And I wish to God. It had like every teen sensation of our time in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was great.
And with, the opening scene of Commando, with her and, he's carrying her over the rocks and everything. And she has the I love you, Dad heart on the fridge. And she makes him like, that's what drew me into the movie. Like,
yes.
That whole father-daughter thing.
See, I have montage of him being a fantastic dad. Like, that's, obviously the start of it. He's just feeding a deer with her.
Yes.
Like,
and the rabbits are running around.
Like, how?
And they're eating ice cream.
They're trying to make him this fantastic dad, which he, granted, he is. He's going and saving his daughter.
Yes.
He's special forces, doing all this stuff. When I'm thinking of being a fantastic dad, I'm not thinking, let's go feed the deer in our backyard, palm out. And it's just very Snow White feeling when I was watching that.
I mean, I could see Snow White feeling. What should he have done? What should have been a part of the montage?
They did a lot of stuff that just shouldn't have been a part of it. Like, taking her out for ice cream they did, and he's taking her down to the creek, and they're doing all this, like, fun dad-daughter stuff, and then it's just him feeding a deer with her. I'm like, this is so out of place in this montage that it is off-putting. And I was like, and I should have known from then that that's how the entire movie was gonna be.
But wasn't that house in the mountains and the nature like
but I don't think
beautiful.
I don't think you're gonna be out there like hand feeding the deer out there. They probably don't know anyone.
Love to.
I would too, but I don't think that's how that works.
All right, so we've learned Cobie hates Commando and deer.
I love deer, but I'm not going to go out and feed a wild one just to show that.
But it brings the whole father-daughter relationship into play.
It does. That montage really does show their characters in a way that, here's an entire background storyline of like why mom's not in the picture, and it's just dad and daughter having fun. And I was like,
we never found anything out about mom or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
that I'm a little peeved about.
The first scene is somebody getting killed by a man in a garbage truck. So they didn't really have time to develop any character.
No, that's true.
They head right into it. They don't have time,
Pulls
Cobie.
those machine guns out. Just blast that guy pulling the garbage.
What was it? He was like, "Oh, I thought you guys were gonna be late.
You guys were gonna. I was gonna miss
you, and you weren't gonna miss us." And pulls out the machine gun and starts shooting him.
All right.
I started writing down one-liners, and I was like, "We're not gonna talk about that," and that's all we're gonna talk about.
Yes, they don't have time to give you a backstory. The first scene is somebody getting killed. It's one of. I mean,
shit's rolling.
That's right. They don't have time. Well, Cobie, would you be surprised to know that this was a box office success?
No, I can tell that they tried to make it a box office success.
It made $57.5 million.
Oh,
that's pretty big for the time.
It had a $9 million budget.
I can tell.
And of that, $2 million was Arnold Schwarzenegger's salary.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Rotten Tomatoes states it's the ultimate 80s Schwarzenegger movie, replete with a threadbare plot, outsized action, and endless one-liners.
There's not much of a plot there, but yeah, that's my thought. Is there's not much of a plot there, but we know what the.
Well, I mean, it's not a complicated plot. Got to get your daughter back.
Yeah, it's like I wrote down it's like the original Taken. Like,
it is
like with Liam Neeson, where Liam Neeson was going over to Paris and going to get him. But this one's more
violent
and is ridiculous in a lot of sense. Like I could rewatch Taken. I think it's a great movie.
I'll rewatch Taken anytime.
It's such a good movie.
You're not gonna rewatch Commando?
Oh God, no. God, no, I'm not rewatching this movie.
I cannot wait to tell Doug Cobie's thoughts on Commando. One of the 4 movies he watches.
Oh, this is such a terrible movie.
All right. The country of Valverde, it is a fictional Latin American country. It was used in Commando, Super Carrier, Sheena, Adventure Inc., and Die Hard 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you have why they had to put down a fictional country?
Well, I assumed it had something to do with they didn't want to cause like international.
That was because
disruption.
This was during all these, like there were so many things that were happening at the time. It popped up on my Amazon Prime where they were like, we're trying not to cause any issues with Cuba and Venezuela.
Yes.
That was, or it wasn't, it was one of the other like countries. Guatemala, I think is probably what it was. And I was like, that makes sense because if you name a country in Latin America or South America at that time, they're going to think, and you're doing this kind of movie, they're going to think it's a threat.
It's also believed that Predator took place in this fictional Valverde.
Do you think they're all like interconnected together?
Well, I think the producer for Predator and for Commando was the same, I believe. So that's where that's all coming from.
It would just be funny to think of Bruce Willis in the same universe as Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the exact same things. Like that's like Bruce Willis doing. I've only seen Die Hard 1 because I can't even watch. I hated Die Hard. Hate to say it.
Oh my God. I am catching stray bullets out here. What is happening?
I'm holding my heart right now.
Only thing in Die Hard that I liked was Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman's a really great actor. I think Bruce Willis is a great actor. I just didn't like Die Hard. I thought it was so cheesy, so dumb.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch on Netflix? They have the series that shows you how the movies were made, and it walks you through the making of Die Hard.
I started it, but I never got through Die Hard.
Oh.
But it would just be funny though to think of Bruce Willis in the same universe as Arnold Schwarzenegger blowing people up in the same like
it happens.
Not every day.
Well, no, not every day.
This makes it seem like this is an everyday occurrence.
Well, I mean, you obviously aren't aware of John Matrix and how special he is to these people. They're willing to do anything to get him to go kill this Valverde. Is it Valverdean?
He literally smelled them coming. He smelt them. He like a dog just was like, yes. And he knew that they were there.
And then all of a sudden they're crawling up on the hill.
Ring cameras would have been nice.
But if we go back to that, let's go back for a second to that montage scene where she's making him, first of all, she's making him dinner. I'm going to admit that was weird that she was making the sandwiches for her dad. Did you not think that?
She was like 12 in the movie or something like
Yes.
that. I had to look it up because she looked 14.
Yeah.
And apparently she was like 12 or
Yes.
11.
I
And
mean, it's not hard for a kid to put some ham and cheese on a Sammy and hand it to Dad.
it was not ham and cheese on a Sammy.
I
It was
don't
just
know.
random shit. And she was like,
Yeah.
you're going to hate it. Or
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
what is
that's
it? And she
right.
said, don't ask.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, that was strange. He was almost like parentalizing her slightly in that moment. But
Showing
anyway.
that she's very mature for her age.
Okay. All right. I'll allow it. But the
that
point of it
bowl
was...
cut, though, damn. That bowl cut. I'll get to that later.
Okay. Did you notice, Carrie, on the counter that there was that 4-inch TV that had the little flip stand?
I did not, no.
We had that TV growing up on our counter. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
The black and white TV that
The
we had
black
at our
and-
kitchen
Yep.
forever growing up.
Yep.
I remember watching the war, Desert Storm on like news clips, sitting
Yes.
down for dinner and watching clips from the Desert Storm War in black and white on that TV.
I think we would have, speaking of Cheers played
Yeah.
while we ate dinner.
Yeah.
So that sat on the counter and we watched TV even when we were eating dinner.
Absolutely.
There was never a time when that TV was not on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had the same one on their counter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I tried real hard to find out what it was. I could not find it. There are other ones similar, but not the same, that you can buy on eBay if you're so interested. But, so as the people come, he smells them. They end up kidnapping the daughter. He is not going to stand for that. So Matrix gets in.
Bronco.
Yep. I have it's a Chevy Blazer.
Oh, I had like a Bronco, but I don't know.
No, I had heavily modified Chevy Blazer.
All I know is that was one good piece of metal because it held up through those rocks and those mountains like nobody's business. No airbags went off. None of that
No,
shit.
there were no airbags.
There's no airbags.
I know.
He had no brakes.
I know.
Well, I kept thinking he's very fortunate that his driveway is a switchback that keeps going back and forth so he can keep missing them for like the 6 times.
That's true. He did miss them a lot.
No, the best was when they would do every time he was about to hit the car, the people in the car were like, he's gonna hit us this time. They did that like 3 times, and he always missed, and it was funny every time.
This show is a funny show.
He's gonna hit us.
He does eventually crash, and he is also taken hostage. But that's when we see that Bennett is not actually dead. He staged his own death in order to...
In some chainmail armor, too.
Okay, I do have him here. He does look like an extra from Mad Max. But Bennett is played by Vernon Wells. Now, Carrie, do you know what else this man is famous for?
Ryan Wells?
Vernon
Wells.
I do not.
He's the bad guy from Weird Science, where he is wearing a very similar outfit. He busts through in the...
Really?
That's the same guy. And he's wearing, again, chainmail with like a leather collar. I just want to know, was that intentional?
I don't know, but I don't know. But I do have a fun fact on him. So he was a last-minute replacement for the character of Bennett and was given the other actor's wardrobe, which didn't fit him properly.
I saw that on Amazon, and I think it was actually like a pretty big name, and I can't remember who the actor was.
I don't know who the other actor was, but upon meeting one another, Arnold wasn't sure if he was scary enough to play the villain and expressed his concerns to Joel Silver. Vernon learned of Arnold's thoughts, and so in their first scene together, Vernon surprised Arnold by lunging towards him with a knife towards his throat. It absolutely terrified Arnold, and the take was used in the film. After the scene was shot, Arnold walked over to the producer and said, "Keep that crazy mother away from me."
I would like to also say, I just found this, that Vernon Wells was in Mad Max 2.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was. He was in Mad Max 2. I have his photo.
How is he dressed in there? Is it the same?
Oh, pretty dang similar. Except he's got feathers on.
Well, we find out that Bennett was offered $100,000 in 1985 to go after Matrix. He said he'd do it for free. Any guesses as to what $100,000 in 1985 would be worth?
Now?
Today. The equivalent of $100,000 in 1985.
650,000.
I was gonna say about $1 million, almost $1 million, maybe.
No, you guys are way pricey. $301,000.
Oh, okay.
And one.
Yes. So this is where they tell Matrix the plot that he's gonna need to go to Val Verde to kill the president, so they can establish their own dictator. They have to get him on a plane. That flight's going to last 11 hours. Now, here, Cobie, did you notice what happens as the escorts take him to the gate? Sully, one of the main bad guys, walks straight through security and up to the gate.
Yeah, I was like, this is before TSA, obviously. But it's wild that he just walks right through. No airplane ticket, nothing. They just allowed him to go through.
Yes, they did.
That was allowed. That's how shit was.
Okay, there was TSA, but you could go to any gate.
You could go to any gate.
You didn't have to be getting on a plane.
The actual gate, you just had to have a ticket to get onto the plane, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But like when we lived in St. Louis and Papa would have a layover in St. Louis, I would drive to the airport
And sit in the gate with it?
Yep.
Can't do that now?
No, I cannot. I would go through the security thing and, I'm just here to say hi to my dad, and he'd have like an hour or two
now
layover.
You need a boarding pass.
And chat with him while he waited for his next flight.
That's ridiculous.
Thank
goodness we have security, because, oh my gosh.
Well, and that only happened because of 9/11.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. That only happened because of 9/11.
Because we were so lax on our security on airplanes, but...
Yeah, so very pre 9/11 behavior.
Very.
When I always felt safe, I never felt like I wasn't safe.
No, because we were ignorant. I mean...
Because you guys aren't thinking that kind of thing's going to happen.
No.
Like,
because...
We didn't know what was going to happen 14 years down the road.
Yeah.
15 years.
Alrighty. So Matrix is boarding a Western Airlines. Now that is an actual airline that was in operation between 1925 and 1987 when it merged with Delta Airlines.
ooh. Delta.
Yes.
And because it was difficult to find stunt doubles for Arnold, he did many of his own stunts, including jumping off the plane's landing gear for real on takeoff over 70 miles per hour. During the making of the movie, he was injured a few times, but it never involved more than a few days to recuperate.
See, I feel like obviously that scene would not happen these days because, the ironic of do not open, and he goes and tears it open and then goes right down into the cargo of the plane.
You don't think they're gonna let people wander around?
When he like just puts his fingers through the wall and just tears it. That was always one of my favorite things as a kid. I'm like, look at his hand. He's so strong.
I don't think it's that, like, getting to the cargo of the plane is that easily accessible.
Well, not now.
No, yeah, obviously not now. But then going and jumping out and no one in the airport going, there's just a man on the tarmac right now. Air traffic control's not like, why is this guy randomly walking around? That's when security would get involved. Doesn't matter what year it is. They'd be like, okay, this guy's walking on the terminal. This is
There's
weird.
very little security in this movie aside from Arnold himself.
He is the only security.
Yeah, he doesn't need security. He is security.
Yeah, no, they would be a little bit more concerned about this man walking on the tarmac.
And then he just jumps from that landing gear like it was easy peasy. He just jumps and...
Well, he was very fortunate that it was butted up to a swamp.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had to jump onto an interstate, that would have been the end of the movie.
That swamp is an interstate now. That swamp is an interstate.
It is. But it was along this times that we did hear Arnold utter that catchphrase, "I'll be back." This was only the second movie that he said, I'll be back in. The year before was Terminator.
I was going to say,
I
remember him
Bennett
saying
afterwards, I'll be back, Bennett.
I don't know.
Because he wasn't talking to, or no, he was talking to Bennett during that part,
But he does say, I'll be back.
Yes.
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 Which he's now said in over a dozen of his movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I remember it in Terminator, because wasn't that like right after
the original Terminator was the first time he said, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But since then, he said it in some variation or another in almost every movie. I think it's a requirement now. I think he won't do a movie.
He puts it in his contract. In his contract, there's a clause. I have to say this one line, and that means everything is interconnected in the Arnold Schwarzenegger universe.
Well, I'm sure he's selling it to the audience will love it. They're going to go crazy when I say it. So I've got to say it.
And we all did.
Yes.
We did.
Not me.
Did you?
I was like,
that's what we were looking for in Arnold movies was his punchline.
But we also skipped over another great line, which is when Arnold kills the guy on the airplane before he makes his great escape.
Oh, he's dead tired.
He's dead tired.
I thought that was a good line.
You're okay with that one?
That one was pretty good.
But he's dead tired.
But the thing is, too, is he's in first class. There are stewardess walking up and down that thing the entire time. Even now, when I flew back, flew to Texas just recently, we were in first class because of the legroom and stuff. And there's always a stewardess there. Doesn't matter what it was. And he goes and smacks this guy's head up against the window and snaps it. It's audible. And the people in front of him are just smiles, staring straight ahead. There's no stewardess that is concerned that this is happening or watching it.
Again, this is pre 9/11 behavior. They're just gonna let that body fly. It's fine.
And if I was sitting in front of them, I'd be like, "What the hell just happened?" Is everyone okay? No one was as concerned as I was.
Big guys sitting behind him. They're like, "We're not turning around."
Oh no, I'm not messing with those guys. Did you see how big they were? Just pretend nothing's happening back there.
I would. I'm nosy. I'm nosy. I want to know what the hell just happened.
I'm gonna tell you right now. That's the difference between a Gen X and
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't care.
You do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, whatever you gotta do, man.
Leave me out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm nosy. I gotta know. Let me know.
All right. Once Arnold makes his way back to the airport, he sees Sully. All right.
Sully's a creep.
Let's just have it out with Sully, because there's gonna be no disagreements here at all.
Yeah, he had it coming. Glad he was the first one to die. Arnold Schwarzenegger in the beginning going, "I'll save you for last. I think you're funny," and then killing him. I was like, okay, I like that. However,
No, he's an awful person.
He is an awful person.
He's an absolute awful human being.
Yeah, obviously I could agree.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like, well, see, not a lot's changed, right? He's hitting on her. She politely tells him no. He won't take no for an answer.
So follows her
to the car. Now, I will say this is where Cindy did screw up. She needed to get somebody to walk her to her car.
Yes.
Did you do that in the 80s though, where you're like, oh, I'm concerned this man is following me and being weird?
Boy, that's a good question. Would we have done something like that?
Because obviously now we do that, and a manager or a worker would go and walk you out.
The only thing that we were concerned about growing up was just stranger danger and being taken, and that's why we had code words. Passwords, but
right. But I mean,
being aware of our environment, I don't think that was really. I don't know.
No.
We trick or treat. Our neighborhood was always packed with people outside trick or treating, but we were always with parents, and I don't know.
But if you were a 20-something woman in 1980, I don't think it would have occurred to us
to ask someone to walk.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Today's women, I would hope.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she should have had somebody walk her. She did not.
Especially with that creep. He was a creep.
Yes. So he ended up being just gross and insulting to her because he couldn't handle her rejection.
And then she just lets
and then
this
he
other
said
guy go
he
in her
said
car.
that to Arnold about it'll give me more time with your daughter, and I'm like, what?
Ew.
Oh, he's disgusting. He absolutely gets what he had. He gets what he had coming to him.
He's very rapey vibes, but
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
So, but when he dies, it is one of the greatest one-liners of all time.
Yeah.
I let him go. I'll tell you right now. Yeah. If I hear that once, I hear it a dozen times a day. But don't worry, because, yes, Arnold does rip out the seats of Cindy's car in order to hitch a ride.
Because when you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, that is possible in anything that you're doing. Like,
he did it, man. I saw it. It was in the movie. Are you saying it wasn't true?
Yes, it's a movie.
Well, he has...
They make him look more macho than I think he actually would be, like IRL. Like, granted, yes, obviously he was an Olympian and he, was...
Okay, well, hold on, because I'm going to come up to something that might change your mind about that. All right?
Him also carrying around the men constantly, one-arming it over his shoulder, firefighter style. There's like 5 minutes of footage of him doing just that. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is just to show how big and strong he is. And I'm like, couldn't care less. I really could care less.
This is the most fun I've ever had hearing Cobie. All right, so they get to the mall. Now, when I tell you we wanted this mall more than any other mall in the world, am I wrong on that?
You gotta love a good mall scene.
You do. Yeah. But, I mean, our small town mall, this one had stories. There were multiple levels.
Yeah.
We never had anything like that. Are you kidding? You could go up an elevator? Don't worry. He's going to jump on that elevator in a minute. We'll get to it. But that was the Sherman Oaks Galleria. It was the ultimate in the 80s experience. This mall was also featured in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Ooh.
Oh.
Valley Girl.
Oh.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Inner Space. Then in 1999, the mall closed and was renovated, and it reopened as an open-air mall where scenes from Crazy Stupid Love were shot.
Oh my God, that's the mall.
That's the same mall.
That makes sense, yes.
How's that?
That's a good movie.
Well, Arnold has Cindy go into the restaurant where Sully is.
Looking creepy as shit the entire time behind a pillar. No wonder why the policemen were so scared.
I'm going to tell you, Cindy does the right thing here. She absolutely should have gone to the cop and been like, I've been kidnapped. Please help me. I do not blame her one bit for this.
Yeah.
She did what she should have.
Yeah.
But while Arnold's behind that pillar, let's take a moment to appreciate the Dexter vibes he is giving off.
Oh.
Yes.
With the Henley and the khaki pants.
And he's just staring at her.
And her creepy staring. Total Dexter vibes.
Okay, so I have in my notes here, this always pissed me off. She turns him into the security guard. I'm being kidnapped. Da, da, da. First off, you're kidnapped. You're like, what? And then she ends up saving Arnold by, when the security guard goes to shoot him, she pushes him away. I'm like,
yes.
What do you want, chick? Do you want to be saved? Do you want to save Arnold? Like, what's going on here?
Here's what's going on. He tells her, they have my daughter. If he sees me, he's going to call and have her killed. Well, when Sully sees Arnold, he grabs her purse and is like, give me a quarter. I need to make a phone call.
At payphone.
That's when she
was like, oh shit, he was telling the truth.
Okay.
I was also going to say it is giving a little Stockholm syndrome-y vibes where...
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that. But I think she was... her getting in the car afterwards is definite Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, yeah. She had the chance to leave and go back to her normal life.
And didn't even, like, all these years later, never clicked. I was always like, man, she always pissed me off. First off, she goes and tells on him, and then she saves him.
I will say that did click with me this time around.
Okay.
Where I was like, okay, that's... Because he, like, literally... First, Sully's very interested in hitting on her. He wants nothing more than to sleep with her until he sees him, and then suddenly
she realizes, oh, this is real.
Stealing her purse to get money to go to this payphone. Now, according to IMDb, here you go, Cobie, you might have to eat your words. Arnold really did lift that phone booth with the stuntman inside of it.
That's fine. I'm still not going to eat my words. I'm saying, as a film, is it in another thing that's probably in his contract is they've got to make him look as macho as possible because he's like carrying men around and throwing things and stuff that holding that giant ass log in the beginning of the film.
That's what made him Hollywood.
Yeah,
it was his muscles. He was a bodybuilder, and
that's what set him apart from the other action stars.
Yeah, because it wasn't the acting.
He really did lift that phone booth, though.
I will say, though, that man has the smoothest skin ever because I know there's no, like, filters or, like, any, airbrushing or anything. His skin during half of this, I was just staring at it and I was like, damn, he's got some nice ass skin.
She wants a skincare regimen.
What is it? Your 80s skincare regimen. I need it now. Like,
bar of Dove soap and hot water.
Probably.
That's all that we had.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, so there's the big shootout in the mall. Arnold is ripping things from the ceiling and swinging onto elevators. You gotta love that, man.
No, this is so... Oh,
it was amazing. And he finally follows Sully outside. He gets in the car, and this is where Cindy stops him and jumps back in the seat. I do love her in this moment so much because she gets in the car and then immediately starts bitching at him that she's in the car.
Yeah, and she's like,
I know she got in.
I know.
She's like, you put me through all of this, and this is the worst day of my life. And then is like, wait, let me come with.
Yes. God, she's so cute and she's acting and it's so adorable. I love her in this.
She is the first to die in a horror movie. If she, like, you're hopping in with the person that kidnapped you, you're dead. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah. Was it the smartest thing?
No survival instincts at all.
Okay, here's how I chose to look at it. Cindy, earlier in the film, we learned that she was just her plans fell through, so she was gonna have a nice quiet night, go to bed early. Look at this adventure that found her.
I would rather have the quiet night in.
I mean, I would too, but Cindy wouldn't. She has found
She was
fun.
ready to go out. She was ready to have fun.
Right.
They backed out.
She just got home from work, basically, and
she hasn't been home yet.
She hasn't been home. She just landed. She's ready to go and lay down. I would have been like, I'm going. I want to go and take a bath and go and fall asleep after a glass of...
She's invested. She's got to know how this ends now.
Well, granted, I'm nosy and I also would want to know.
There you go.
But if I'm tired, though, after this man just kidnapped me, I'm like, please, can I have my purse so I can
Cobie's
call?
hopping up back into the car and she's like, wake me up when we get there.
Yeah. That's exactly... I'll lay in the back.
She slowed him down and given him her numbers, just saying, text me how this all ends up, man.
Here's my phone. There's no texting back in the 80s,
no,
so I'd be like...
Which is part of the problem. That's why Sully had to leave to find a phone. If he had cell phones, the whole movie's over.
I will say, this film would not be possible in the 2000s on, because everyone would be messaging, IMing, emailing, however they're going to do it.
Absolutely.
So I do give it credit that the only way this plot works is because it's in the 80s.
All right, then we go to the point where Arnold finally kills Sully.
Very satisfying.
I mean, very satisfying, but there are also two of the great lines where Sully said, you said you were going to kill me last, and Arnold just says, I lied.
I lied. And it drops him.
Yeah, I let him go. So they end up taking Sully's car to a motel room where Sully was going to meet up with Cook, yet another bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the scene I've been waiting to talk about.
Oh, boy.
It is the gratuitous 80s naked scene. You could not watch a movie in the 80s without there being nudity.
Boobs.
All the time.
Boobs.
I want to specifically know from you, Cobie, was this addressed at all in your film studies? The fact that I tried to find exact quantities on what percentage of films had nudity in the 80s. I'm going to tell you all of them.
Almost all of them, yeah.
Yes.
No, we never talked about that. There was a point where I didn't have to take a class about like the 80s films. Like I think I got up to the 60s and then just did the rest of my theory. But in school there was a professor, which I didn't take this class, who specialized in pornography films and X-rated films, and I'm sure some things like that were talked about outside of obviously just the X-rated adult films, where they probably did discuss like adult scenes in other films.
Yes.
So I'm sure it has been discussed somewhere, and there is a quantity somewhere. I never learned it. I was in like other theory classes.
Pump the brakes for a second.
Yes, there is a class at University of Oregon. God, I forgot who. Peter Alalunas does it, and it is a specific class on adult films, but I don't know if it's from like a specific film theory standpoint or like what it is, because I never took the class, but I knew about it because you're in film and you know about all these films, and that was one of the ones that was offered. I'm not sure if it's offered anymore, but it is offered. It was offered when I was there.
I think just like in the 80s, it was like, okay, you can have one boob shot and you're PG-13.
They're going to do it.
Yes.
But it was like they couldn't not do it.
Yes.
Because here's part of what I have to say.
Exactly.
So,
they could not,
It was just, we could just not put this naked woman in here.
Oh,
Are you
no,
out of
we
your
get
mind?
a free pass. We're going for it.
That's right. So as they break through the wall, of course, there's a naked couple in the next room.
With the webcam, or with the camera, by the way, filming themselves. I did notice that. I was dying laughing.
I've never noticed that. Wait,
there's,
what?
There's a camera with a tripod aimed at the bed. And when they break through the wall and they pop up and it's all titty, there's a web camera that is, or like
a
webcam,
a camcorder.
No, a camcorder.
I have never freaking noticed that.
I think yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as they pop up, do they cover up?
No.
Absolutely not. Do they try to get out of that room? Absolutely not.
Do we still get a shot of their reactions?
Absolutely. These two men, these two strangers, are about to kill each other. They make no attempt whatsoever to move.
No.
They're not
also
hiding.
No survival instinct.
Yes.
And then you get the line, these guys eat too much red meat.
I love her so much.
I was like, this is a testosterone fest is exactly what this is.
But yes, this scene is what dates the movie the most for me. Was it necessary? Of course not. Did they have to do it? Of course they did.
Man, if you get you're rated R, you can get one boob shot, two boob, whatever. They're going for
all
it.
the boob shots.
They're going for it.
Yeah, but the couple's whole flight or fight response was just broken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They weren't doing. They were
nothing. They were like, do we continue, or like, what do we do after this? The wall's broken down and there's a dead guy in the other room, and what do we do?
Pack up the camera and go.
And someone pause the tape is all I need to know.
Well, now they got video evidence they didn't bust through the wall, so they don't have to pay for it.
There you go.
That's true.
And they don't really need it because the military wants him to like help out with this stuff. So the camera footage is there for basically no other reason besides their own. That's it. Not like there's evidence to use against him.
So Cook ends up dying in an amazingly violent way.
Ah, yes.
By being impaled on an upside down table leg.
Yes.
How was that for you? Just crazy?
No, I mean, it was a better death than Sully's. I'll say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even though Sully's was satisfying, I feel like
you appreciated the gore of this one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
I feel like if they added gore to Sully's, I think his would probably be my favorite death.
Oh, cool. Right, pace yourself. Pace yourself. We got a lot of deaths coming up.
Yeah, wait until we get to Bennett.
All right. So now that Cook's dead, Matrix and Cindy decide to search Cook's car to get their next clue. And it's a good thing that Cindy is getting her pilot's license. And that she knows where her instructor buys this fuel, because that leads them to their next stop. Okay, so now I did a little research on this, and I take this with a grain of salt because I only fly in planes. I never fly them myself. But from what Google tells me, 250 gallons of Type 4 fuel can take a light aviation type aircraft, which I think we can agree that's what they were in later, up to 4,200 miles. I'm sorry. It's 3,000 miles from New York to LA. So that would be like going from this couch to Reykjavik, Iceland.
Wow.
So how on earth did they narrow that down?
I'm not sure.
Because they said it was like a gallon of fuel would get them about an hour's worth of plane ride on that, and because it's such a light plane.
Yeah.
And it's an 11-hour flight.
Yes. Can you believe?
Or was it an 11-hour flight?
No, the other flight was 11 hours.
Yes. They were going to...
Santa Barbara was mentioned.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's...
it wasn't that far.
No. So why would they need so much fuel?
Gotta be prepared.
Well, maybe... Okay. Now I'm going to give them some credit. Maybe they're going to use this fuel to fly him down to Valverde once...
Oh, I was thinking that they were going to use it to explode the aircraft.
Oh, man. There is that post 9/11 person coming through again.
No, but okay, so there's so many explosions in this, obviously. Like, 15 minutes in, you get a car explosion. Why would they not have a all of this fuel?
No, I get you. Okay. I get what you're saying. That makes sense. A lot of stuff blowing up, left and right. Okay, then it becomes the greatest scene of all time. This is... to an action movie what a makeup montage would be to a chick flick, where they are in the surplus store shopping, loading stuff up.
She is pushing that cart around like it's supermarket sweep. And then first off, she's in heels and a skirt the whole time. Okay? Yes. And I'm like, please get yourself some pants and some boots. Like, do it. She does not. But she is having problems turning the cart and everything, but they're loading that cart up, and she doesn't get herself any clothes. It just, I'm like, you're not comfortable.
No survival instincts.
No
survival instincts.
No. But she'll grab a rocket launcher and blast at a police truck that has him after he gets arrested.
All right, hold on, because first he yes. Cindy gets away, but Matrix gets arrested.
Also, I'd like to state, unless you're going to state it, that there are no rooms in the back of a gun store with machine guns lined the wall.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
No, it was...
I've never been to a gun store. I don't know.
It was in the Amazon trivia that is not a real thing, and that they had to clarify.
The surplus store is real,
but the machine gun room in the back of the store was specifically put in for that scene because that is apparently a real gun store.
Yeah,
and they specifically put it in for that scene to make it look cool and actiony.
But
there is no store that has that kind of machine gun.
Well, they're not going to tell us that they got that in the back. I mean, come on. No, what I was going to say is this. The police come and they load Matrix up.
Yep.
He is not wearing a handcuff. He has not been patted down. They just essentially said, after he's gone through and killed a bajillion people, they're like...
Get in the back of the truck.
Get in the back of the truck. And he's like, okie dokie.
And stolen... all these things from a gun store. He's a threat. He's a threat to society.
I have that in all caps. He's stealing guns. And they're like, get in the truck. And he goes, okay.
They didn't read him his Miranda rights. They didn't do anything.
No pat down.
But it's okay. He's got Cindy. And I fucking love her in this moment. Because she is not screwing around. She doesn't try to when she pulls up to the cops, she doesn't try to explain to them, hey, we're trying to save his daughter. She
kind of does a little sexy vibe, hey.
She got their attention.
Yeah, she got their attention, and then they go forward, and she stays in the car, and she stands up, and they're like, whoa, what's she doing? And then she picks up this big old fucking rocket launcher. Turn the wrong way.
How funny was that for you, though?
That one was really good. I did not expect that. I thought she'd be a badass and go and be like, yeah, I got it. Turn the right way. And then she goes and shoots it. And it, like, she flies forward because it shoots the wrong way. So she has to adjust herself.
In a skirt and heels.
Yeah,
in a skirt.
she forgot. Okay, she forgot her stuff. But
again, no survival instincts. You got to double check which way you're shooting.
But she read the instruction manual. That's how she learned to do. I mean, I appreciate her. She got the job done.
One boo boo, and then she turned around and shot it the right way, and then got right under that fucking truck.
She's lucky she didn't blow him up.
I was hoping that was gonna happen where he comes out. I was like, this is gonna happen. He's gonna come out. He's got cuts and bruises, and he's gonna be like, no, why the fuck did you do that or shoot at me? No. Perfect.
No, he saved her. She saved him.
She saved his butt. Yes. She's in it for the long haul now.
Oh, I know.
She's in it deep.
I know. She's meeting the kid. Like, she is in deep. There's no mom there, so now she's like, it's my turn.
And she hasn't even seen him without his shirt on yet. So imagine. God. All right, hold on.
Oh, God. Once we hit that part, I was like,
At one point, we go back to check on Jenny. And finally, Jenny thinks that she should try to escape. She's been there for 10 hours.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
I did put in that she's been crying for way too long, and her dad would be disappointed in her. Her dad would be like, get your ass up and start getting yourself out of there.
I put, as a child, I was always very angry that she did not do this sooner. As an adult, I accept the trauma that she must have been going through. And I'm going to cut her a little bit of slack.
Yeah, no, I said his daughter sat there and cried for like 3 to 4 hours, didn't even try to find a way out. Her dad would be so disappointed. I don't care how traumatic it is. You're kidnapped and you're like, your dad is a special forces like agent and doing all these cool things and has probably taught her something.
Well, he was teaching her karate in the beginning. They were doing karate moves in the beginning.
No survival instincts.
You thought that was going to come back to help her?
Did not
at all. What is that theory?
She got taken by them in the first place. No, I'm going to go back to that. He has a room specifically for all his guns in this specific area with a code, and she's got to hide under her bed.
Agreed.
There's no room for her.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I was like, really? There's got to be a panic room somewhere.
There has to be. If he's this specific agent that was being sought out by many people, even though he's retired, he would still have a panic room because he's got that mentality, but he didn't.
Or lock her in the gun room.
No, he told her to go hide under her bed.
I know.
Okay, we'll go back to our scene now.
All right. Cindy finally gets to the plane, which is one of those amphibian planes. I've never even seen one, I don't think. Have you guys?
No. They have them a lot up in Alaska. Because they'll go and they'll hop around throughout the wilderness, because then they'll go down. And I've seen them in a lot of, like, documentary, like Alaska documentaries.
Yeah,
but, like,
TV.
But, like, I've never actually seen how...
With your own eyes, no?
No, but I know how small they are.
Yeah.
Tight.
Well, Cindy states that the plane is older than she is, and she is right. That is a 1942 Grumman Goose. Jesus Christ. It was destroyed in a hangar fire in 1999. So... Isn't that disappointing? Now, Cobie, coming up. Did you see him? The man monitoring the radar as they're flying the plane.
Oh, the Coast Guard?
Yep.
I didn't see who it was.
It's Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
What movies has he been in?
Oh, boy. Bill Paxton, he was also in Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Okay.
He was in the first Terminator together. He was also in Weird Science.
Yes, with Burton Wells.
Yeah.
He was in World. So he had connections to both of them.
Yep. And then he also, it says, I have notes on that as well. In True Lies. He was also in True Lies with Arnold.
Oh, what part did he play in True Lies?
I don't know, but because I've never seen True Lies.
Oh my God, he was in Twister.
Yes.
Yes, Twister.
That's who. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, I know him, but I can't place a movie.
Yeah. So I know I was the same way. I was like, was that Bill Paxton?
Oh, mine is like Bill Paxton, all caps, exclamation point.
Yes. Yep.
My problem is I get Bill Paxton and Pullman confused.
Yeah.
I'll write down the wrong thing from time to time.
Yeah.
But,
and they both have like that, like, I don't know, sandy brown hair.
Right.
Like
Right.
They kind of look alike. So yeah.
Yes, he has. Yeah, I have that. He's connected to both of them through various movies. All right, Cindy lands the plane. Thank God she didn't kill him landing the plane. She's only getting her license. She does not have it yet. All right, now is when we can see that Arnold is undeniably ripped in this movie.
This is the underwear swim trunk scene.
Speedo.
Whatever.
I said those tiny Speedos are working so hard.
And this is I feel like his body just got him into Hollywood. Like it was his body.
Yeah.
He's rowing. Yeah.
It works for me.
This was at the point where I was watching this last night, by the way, on my laptop, so that Tyler could play his video games and not watch the movies I was watching. And
why would he not want to watch this gem?
I think he wants to watch it now, because at this point...
Oh, but you're done.
I'm done. I'm not watching this movie. So at this point, Tyler has gone to bed, so I'm laying down next to him, and he's like trying to fall asleep, but he keeps looking over, and he's watching this movie with no audio, by the way. I have my headphones on, and he's like, what is going on? Why is he half naked? And I was like, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's probably in his contract where he's got to have a shirtless scene at least a few times in his films, and this is probably one of them.
He looked good. You cannot.
He did look
if
good.
If you're into muscly men, that was the man for you.
I'm not into muscly men.
Well, I mean,
like
and then
that muscly.
He's
like
getting all ready. He's getting ready to go to war.
Oh,
He's doing this on his own, man.
I appreciate that he's taking the time out to put on some body paint before he goes to rescue his daughter.
I was
He's
dying
there for
laughing.
the theatricality of the whole thing.
He's got 11 hours and he's got a few hours left, so he's going to take that time to put makeup on before going and getting his daughter to go and kill these men.
You can't let them see him as he's carrying a rocket launcher and 14 grenades towards them.
You think he's not obvious already carrying a rocket launcher?
That rocket launcher came in handy.
It did, but he comes in guns blazing, right? He's wearing all black, and I was like, okay, cool. Takes the time to put on his, camo makeup, and he comes in with this big ass thing as if that's not going to be the thing that, identifies him, is this big ass rocket launcher. I'm sorry, you're walking into a whole complex, with all of these military men, and they see a man with a rocket launcher. They're not,
How do they never not know he's not one of them? That's the guy in charge. That's Bob. He's in charge of rocket launchers.
Oh, I'm dying.
Everybody knows rocket launcher Bob.
I have a feeling that they wouldn't know him because, very political commentary part on this. Every single person in there has a dark beard, and it's very much the racist undertones of the Latin America. They all have these. They all have accents. They've got these thick beards and all this stuff.
I didn't notice that they all. Did you?
They all either had a beard or a mustache, and they were super, super thick. And I was like, man, this is a little racist. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even notice.
And they had to have been white men who were playing these guys, because there was one point where they said "ay caramba" as he's being blown up. I'm sorry. I was like, this is so white man going to save his daughter against the country that took her. And I was like, I think I've seen this movie a few times, and I was like, this is like Taken. But yeah, that was definitely one where I was like, they're gonna know it's not Bob because he's not. He's the only.
I mean, he looked pretty dark when he was putting on that body paint.
Yeah, he did.
Well, this is where I will concede. The ending does go on a little too long. I mean, it truly, truly does. There's just an overabundance of people on this island for Matrix to kill. I mean, he does it, But why are there so many people there?
They just kept piling out. It's like a clown car.
Well, it was. And it's also, I was kind of, as an adult now, I'm like, so they had time to build barracks? There's a whole barracks section where all these people are living.
By the way, this man is trying to overthrow another government, so he has his own army to do the things he needs done.
Right.
With how many people he had.
But I'm also like, there's landscaping and gardens?
Yes.
Who's in charge of that? Why do they care that there's flowers on this supposed military island?
I appreciated the real effects of the blowing up of shit and everything. Okay. Nothing was AI. It was old school. We're blowing shit up.
Yep, I could agree on that.
We're going to get it on film from all these different angles. It's going to be a one-shot thing. Oh, I don't know if it was, but I'm just guessing. It probably was,
considering they kept doing the different shots, and I was like, this is the same shit over and over again.
It truly is. It really was. But it's not AI-generated bullshit.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
But it was also, every time a grenade went off, it looked like two men jumped off a trampoline at the same time, because they
really and that's where the "ay caramba" comes in, because I was like, oh, okay.
The one guy that gets shot, and I still remember this as a kid, and he's running towards him and he gets shot, and then he's dying, but it's like he's dancing. He's doing this thing as he's like,
oh, we lost Cobie.
Sorry.
I'm drinking coffee.
But he's like doing this like dancing move as he's like going down, and I laughed loud at that, because I'm like, I remember that as a kid, and I always thought that was hilarious.
I remember the man getting scalped by the saw blade.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
okay, also another thing, he gets shot, right, or grazed of some sort. Like, he is injured. He's holding his side.
Yes.
This gives him the chance now to take his shirt off yet again. Here is our second shirtless scene of the movie of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he isn't injured after that. There's no blood dripping. He's not grabbing onto his side. I'm sorry. I don't care how superhuman you are. You're bleeding.
I just know it will not end. The amount of men he has to kill does not ever end. It goes on and on and on. But he eventually does find Dan Hedges' character. Don't worry. He's pretty easily disposed of.
Yeah. But
this does lead me to some questions. Doesn't he have a bunker at this hideout? Where's his bunker?
Oh, shit.
As the alleged dictator, don't dictators hide out in bunkers? I believe I heard that they do.
It was being built.
We have historical evidence of dictators hiding in.
My next question would be, okay, also, this man is wanting to take over a country that he is not currently in. How does that work?
I don't know. That's a great
the president gets killed. Does he immediately swoop in at that? Was he waiting for the president to be killed so he could swoop in and then take it over?
He had men down there too to help out, because they were taking off the body off of the plane, and they went and they ran over and saw that it was him.
Yes.
So it's not like, he couldn't be down there. He could be.
Yes.
He's got people there that are backing up his, overthrow of the government. But he's hiding out in California.
Yeah, that's where they kind of lost me a smidge.
Also a consistency issue is
just
that.
Just a smidge. But I also wanted to point out this mansion where that final shootout takes place, the same one from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, that also popped up on my Amazon.
Wow.
Don't worry. But what we come to find out is that the true villain is actually Bennett.
Which we knew all along.
Bennett's the true villain. Because is he in it for revenge? I don't think so.
No,
I think
he's
the
sadistic.
man's just insane.
No, he's sadistic, yeah.
Yes.
Did you see those crazy eyes at the end? Oh, they were...
Cobie, keep your eyes on your own paper. He's got a serious case of the crazy eyes. Oh, God. This
is where Tyler was really lost and didn't know what was going on, because when they were down in that little area, I was like, ooh, this is giving a little Nightmare on Elm Street, where she's running around through that stuff. And Tyler's never seen Nightmare on Elm Street. He's, not a horror movie person. And so he looks over, and here's this psychopath, stomping his way through. And I was like, yeah, this is kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street besides Freddy Krueger.
Well, the whole thing was supposed to take place on a speedboat. Bennett was supposed to steal Alyssa Milano, Jenny, and try and get away on a speedboat. And Arnold was going to get on the speedboat, and the whole find out was going to happen on a speedboat.
I wonder how he would have died on the speedboat.
Oh boy!
If it would have been the same death,
there would have been by the motor.
Yeah, I was like,
there would have been some good line that would have gone with it. We'll think about that, but they ran out of money, so they ended up. We're going to have to throw this in a basement. You guys come up with something else, and that's what they did. And what did they come up with? The greatest killing line of all time.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Let off some steam.
Now, I'm going to tell you
the way he died was actually the best, I think, because he just threw a metal pipe, and it somehow, instead of coming, like, bouncing off of him, he threw it so hard that he was able to, like, have this pipe go through human bone and skin and muscles. Nah, that's not
Arnold for you, man.
No, it's not.
He's Commando.
He's no superhero.
And so this wraps up, I think, why this movie was the one I picked. Luke, my son, in 6th grade, had a teacher named Miss Bennett. It was the worst year of my life. I had to hear Doug say, "Let off some steam, Bennett," every day for his entire 6th grade year.
Oh.
It did not end. Every day.
Oh my God.
That was the worst year ever. And that's how it... So in that final fight scene, when Arnold stabs a pipe through Bennett, a special rig was built for Vernon to wear so steam could go through tubes around his body and out the end of the pipe. The rig was improperly placed, and Vernon was severely burned during one of the takes.
I was going to say... Like, I would have thought when he took off the entire furnace and was holding onto it barehanded after it being in the heat.
See, I think that it went through him entirely and into the thing that Bennett was standing up against.
That was metal.
Yeah.
That's
how hard he threw it, man.
No.
And so the steam was coming out of the thing behind Bennett.
It was more behind. It was
it wasn't
behind...
from the pipe. It was from the thing that was behind him. But so according to the internets, the final death toll, only 81 people died.
I'm dying.
Oh, 82 if you count Carrie. But yeah.
Oh my God.
Arnold killed 81 people in an effort to save his daughter.
I would like to loop back around to the fuck-ass bob that Jenny was having. And I'm sitting there. It's the final scene. Jenny goes and meets, what is it, Cindy?
Yes.
And goes and meets her, and she's like all happy, and I'm like, this girl has no idea who this other lady is.
Okay, that always bothered me as a kid, and to this day, it's like they lived happily. Well, first off, she was barefoot, so she did take the shoes off in the plane, so that made me happy.
She had to be comfy.
But it's like they happily ever after family. What happened after that? Like,
well, and the funny thing is Tyler was looking over at this point, and he goes, "What's up with her hair?" And I go, "Tyler, that was back in the 80s where your mom would just throw a bowl on top of your head and just cut around the bowl."
All right, now you don't have to get so deep with us here. That cut deep.
We've all had it. I've had it. Christie's had it.
I thankfully have not had it, but I did have a fuck-ass bob. But that bob was really bad because she also had a very, very thick hair. So it started to frizz out. Oh.
No product.
No, it was so funny.
Okay, but here's my point about the whole scene. They all three get back into the plane that they stole and fly away together.
And they don't go with the military.
No, the military just lets them get back in the stolen plane and fly.
Thanks for doing our job, Matrix. We'll take care of the bodies.
Yeah,
fly away happily ever after.
Wait, what did he say? The military leader was like, "Oh, would you ever come back or something?" And he goes, "Not in a million years or something.
Not a chance.
Not a chance." and the daughter's smiling, and the what is it? It's Cindy, right?
Cindy.
Who is you know, she's smiling. I'm like, why is this bitch smiling? She just got onto this adventure. She doesn't know anything about this man's life.
Here's why she's smiling, because it all worked out for her. If it had gone south, then she would be in jail. You know, because
they both should be in jail. The military leader should be in jail as well. I'm sorry, committing war crimes right now.
All right, so is it a wild ride? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, it was so funny to watch. It was so ridiculous.
Oh, I think it's just zany, and there's laughs one after another. The quips hold up. I mean, they truly do. Ray Dawn Chong is the most enjoyable part for me.
Oh, yeah, same.
I love her.
She did amazing.
Was she a fully formed character? Absolutely not.
No, she was just a woman to look pretty next to him.
But she did shit. She saved his ass on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
And she flies a plane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she wasn't just there to hold him back.
She's definitely the pretty face that helped out along the way.
Yes. But, I mean, acting-wise.
She outacted him.
Acted circles. I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. All right. Those are my thoughts. Cobie, sum it up for me. What did you think? Is there an opinion you have not yet shared with us regarding this movie?
I don't think so. This movie. Okay, I watched this at 9:00 at night, right? And
the best time.
And you know, I had a beer in me. I thought it was hilarious to watch, but again, I would not watch it ever again. And I thought it was such a ridiculous movie. I can't stand Arnold Schwarzenegger at all. Like, I don't like him as an actor or person, anything like that.
Like True Lies. That's a good one.
I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
I will put my foot down on that one. I will say I like Tom Hanks, and I hated Tom Hanks's character from Splash, but I do not like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like he's like Tom Cruise to me as well. But yeah, was it enjoyable and laughable, and definitely a big 180 compared to Splash? Yes. I would never watch it again, though. I think it was probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Well, how about you, Carrie? Because, I mean, this is something we had seen growing up, so this was not a first watch for you.
Not a first watch, no.
How has your opinion of it changed? Has it stayed the same? What did you...
When watching it, I was trying to figure out what drew me to the movie as a child, and again, I think it was Arnold because he was popular back then.
He was.
But I agree with Cobie. I am not a big fan of his movies. I haven't really seen too many of his Twins. I've seen Twins.
Twins.
But
That's
like I said,
like the obvious ones like True Lies, Terminator.
I've never seen True Lies.
What?
I just said that earlier. I've never seen True Lies.
Was I shocked then too?
Huh?
Was I shocked?
Yeah, you were.
I was like, I don't know if you reacted to
you said
that.
the same reaction, but yes. And then Jingle. You mentioned Jingle. I've never seen that. I won't watch. No. Why would I watch a Christmas movie with Arnold's? But
I would. I've seen Jingle All the Way. That's one I would watch.
What drew me to it was the action, because I mean, you're talking to somebody who would go outside and play guns with the neighborhood kids, you know, and run around and shoot people. Fake, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. I better like put a disclaimer on that one, but you know, it was the action. It was Alyssa Milano. I loved her.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to be her.
It was the one-liners, and then watching it again. I mean, it just brought me back. Everything's bringing me back to my childhood.
I think also at the time, for the 80s movies, the action was enjoyable to us because there was no such thing as CGI.
No.
They really blew that shit up.
They blew that shit up.
And
I appreciate that as a film person, because you...
I was wondering about that.
I appreciate that kind of stuff because it makes it more realistic looking. Like, even Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan had... oh my gosh, what's his name?
Heath Ledger.
I was thinking of his brother. But they actually had him like press a button and blow up that hospital. Like,
I've
yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
like that stuff is actually like that's what makes it real and enjoyable. And
those real blow up action scenes got better in time.
yeah,
I mean,
obviously.
in the 80s, that was like, whoa, cool for us, you know.
But like sometimes too, it's hard for some actors to act without that. And seeing that, you can see more of the genuine reaction to those actors, unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger and have no other emotion. But like, you know, I watched a lot of behind the scenes and like interviews and stuff with people, and the recent one obviously has been Stranger Things, and they're like, yeah, I was looking at a tennis ball because it's CGI compared to when I was a kid, and they didn't have the money for it, and they had an actual guy in a suit, and I'm like, you know, you see how the acting can change too for them. And I think I appreciate that more too, like as an audience member, because like I said, you see that emotion.
Yeah, there was no green screens, no CGI. No. This was real shit.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that.
I do.
All right, so I think that wraps us up on this one. I'm going to mention we do have an email address if anybody would like to email us with any questions or suggestions. That's going to be Real Family, and it's REEL Family podcast at gmail.com.
We also have socials that are being made as we are filming.
Yeah.
I think it is Real Family Podcast, REEL Family Podcast on Instagram. I don't know if there's anything there right now.
We're working on it. We've got the social media people, not Carrie and I, obviously.
No.
But we've got younger people working on that.
It's not me either.
Family.
Yep. And she will let us know as soon as it's done. And so we can pass that on to you. But coming up now for next time, it will be Cobie's turn.
Yay.
And Cobie has selected a movie that neither Carrie nor I have seen.
Nope.
And this was...
Kiss Me Deadly.
Kiss Me Deadly. I believe 1955. Is that the year?
1955.
So, yeah.
And we'll dive into some interesting things on that. I know you guys probably are...
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.